I'll teach you the story.
So when was the first year you started to write in front of this fireplace? Was that around 2005 or earlier?
No, it was earlier than that.
Because we moved in 2001.
Yeah, my grandfather died in 2001, and then it was just after that, because I was probably 2002. I started throwing the I Ching with Anne, which changed my life. That was the beginning of the journey. I can't really split the things up from each other. They all seem part of the same whole. You know, it was like coming here, throwing the I Ching, throwing out all my old songs, grieving for the loss of my grandfather, connecting with his music. You know, everything just happened at the same time.
And there's something about this living room that seems so karmically connected with so many of us.
I was just going to say, this room is where my mind goes when I write, always. I'm always in this room in my head. And being here is really moving, you know, in that way. I was like, shit, this room has juju.
It does, like the barn does in its own other way.
Yes, in a different way.
Yeah.
But this room has, like, music in it. And I know that there was music in this house in the 1800s. Yeah. And I felt like when I was first here, I was asking it sounds a little woo-woo, but I asked my grandfather, I asked my ancestors, and I asked the spirits in the house. I was like, you know, send me the songs. If you want me to sing again, which seemed unlikely, and get on a stage, I couldn't imagine how that would happen. Mm-hmm. Send me some songs. And then, you know, by 2006, I was touring the world. And by 2007, I was standing in front of 20,000 people singing solo in England. Like, it seemed so unlikely, you know, that any of that would have happened. But I really feel like it started with, like, really being humble and asking for something. And it's just fleeting that it's not what it was. You know, it's all like a big, long string of process. But I think being in this room taught me to, like, it was about asking and receiving, maybe.
Yeah, this is the place to ask. This is the room to ask.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Good seeing you again.
You too, Jeannie.
Yeah, this is a really good place to ask, to empty out and ask for whatever it is that destiny could put on your path.
Yeah, exactly.
The main thing is you have to receive it. You have to be willing to receive it.
You have to be present to win.
Yeah. Right. There's something about being awake. And Jimi Hendrix is up there always watching, which I love.
Yeah, Jimmy. He's the man.
He's the man.
Underneath the trees I sleep. When I wake up in the morning, no one treats me harsh or mean. Oh, it's a new day dawning. The blue side of the mountain where the sun refused to warm me. I ran so fast, I ran so far from the one who tried to harm me. The sparrow does not reap or sow, the sparrow has a home. My mama read from the book of God till she fell down with fever. My sister's husband turned his eye when I went to live with her. The sparrow does not weep or moan, the sparrow has a home. has a home. True story.
Is it? Can you tell us about it?
Based on a true story. I had a friend in 9th grade, part of the chorus class I was in, and she came to us and she told us that her mother had had a stroke. She was living with her sister, and her sister's husband was molesting her. Mm-hmm. And we were 14, and we were like, holy shit. I mean, you know, we didn't know what to do. Right. And we didn't even know who or how to tell somebody. And my parents had this shed in the backyard, and I made a pallet out there for her, and we put her in the shed. We hid her. Mm-hmm. And I'd bring her food, and she would take showers in the house when my parents weren't there. And then, you know, we were 14 years old, so it was like our plan was not a long-term plan. Our plan was like 2 weeks, and then the cops showed up. We all got busted. It was like shit. And I'll never forget, like, her sister and her sister's husband showed up to get her.
Oh my God. Oh, no.
And like the look on his face, and I remember, like, I was only 14, but I remember looking at him, and I was thinking, that's bad. That's a bad man. Like, and they like dragged her out of the house, and I just stood there, and she was like gone. And it was like one of those things in a movie where you go, and somebody falls off a cliff and you can't save them. It was like that. And so I always wondered if she was okay, and I wrote that for her.